Okay, so Adam Ali has spoken out, and yeah, this video, guys, is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
You know, keep your hands away from my child, my daughter. Don't play with me.
Hey guys, it's Murad Muradi. Hope you guys are doing well today. Back at again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button for daily and consistent content. Daily and consistent, click that button. Look at the nice view you can see from this little window. Isn't it just so cute? You can't see it from the terrace, but you can definitely see it from the window. That is just amazing. Just like the city. That is so cool. That it's just such a. Anyways, let's get into this. Do not send any hate to Latoya or Adam or anybody else involved. And yeah, obviously broke down the Latoya side of the situations, and it's only fair to do a video on what Adam has said. A lot of people have said, why don't you review the video that he did with the YouTuber Unwind with Tasha K? But I feel like I wanted him to do his own video to address it by himself, not really with the constraints of somebody else there, or with the setting around them, or somebody that he may not be as comfortable with or uncomfortable with. He wants to just a video when you're doing a video on your own. You're more compelled to be more truthful about whatever you're saying. Not that he's saying he wasn't truthful, but you're just more comfortable. So that is what I waited for. In his Instagram live, he didn't save it, wasn't constructed, he was going off the back of emotions. I wanted him to sit down and talk and really relay everything. And this, I feel like, is much better. And he obviously relays a lot more here than in any other interviews, as opposed to the one with, Unwind with Tasha K. He didn't really, reveal that much. He basically denies all of the pregnancy-related issues, the fact that, he tried to get her pregnant to keep the baby, to keep the marriage, to keep everything going. He denied all of that and said that never even took place, and that, if anything, the family were questioning if the baby was his, because she was, admitting to stepping off on him on a cruise and being intimate with somebody else. So that was his worry. Not only that, but he also denies leaking any video of her being a colorist or saying racist stuff or colorist stuff that she has apologized for, and that was on his not on behalf. He does admit to going into her channel and deleting the two videos because he realized, and you can see from the context and the substance of the videos, of the ramifications of how this could affect the children and everybody else involved, and he wanted to prevent that. That kind of makes sense to me. I feel like, if there's something that could prevent something from getting far worse, we'd want to do by any means necessary to stop something, and that's exactly what he did. So, as well as that, he then exposes her and says that she definitely did F the pastor, whatever pastor that may be, which is actually being relayed on the next two episodes of Real Houses of Atlanta. So that in itself is going to be very troubling, because I want to find out how that even happened. Where did that take place? She did admit to step out on him multiple times. She admitted this on her own channel. But the pastor is something that the deacon pastor, where did you go to church? Because I'm very interested to know how that went left, because the pastor himself is also just as accountable, but nobody knows who the guy obviously is. Not only that, but Latoya's man, guys, is an escort. Now, allegedly, nothing wrong with being a male escort. Nothing wrong with being a male escort. I have never gone to a point where, we degrade people who are sexual workers. God forbid. That's not what I do on this channel, and never will. So not degrading that part, but it's something else when you pretend not to be a male escort and then you evidently are, and there's a different life going on. Now, where this now takes a quick, swift left turn, just a quick. You're now driving, but now you're driving left. And you've taken a sharp turn, and you don't know if you're gonna, collide with something or someone, and you're really just taking that risk turn. This is where it goes left, when Jefree Star is involved. How the hell does this guy get involved with anyone and everybody? He seems to have some kind of fetish, I believe, for black males. I feel like that's just what I feel like. That's what comes across to me. And he's obviously hired another male escort. He seems to be like, I don't know, like a tall black guy, or I don't know if he's tall, but a black guy. That's probably his preference and his taste. But at the same time, when it comes from a white individual, I always find it to be questionable as to why that specific is your preference. Why are you always going for that? What is the reason? Is it because your infatuation with that demographic is enforced by some kind of sexual stereotype that we're all perhaps conditioned to an extent here and there, and obviously you're carrying through with it? I don't know. I just feel like it just feels a little bit icky. Again, his ex was a white guy, so I'm not saying that's what he only goes for. But when it comes to escorts, I feel like he definitely goes down that route. Now he shows messages of the fact that him and Jefree are posing together. Jefree and him with a car together in the same area. Jefree and him on the private jet in the same area again. So apparently he's been hiring Jefree. Now, Apparently this one guy was messaging him as well, messaging Adam some, you know, kind of intimate videos as well. I don't know where that was coming from. The Jefree Star thing, literally, I was drinking my drink and I choked. Do you understand? The way I was like, what? How is Jefree involved in this? Now, the one thing that I didn't like that Adam did was that, you know, oh, you know, he dresses like a woman. I don't mess with that. Now, again, I just thought that in itself comes across a little bit abrupt, a little bit rude, as if, you know, we should look down upon people who dress like women or dress like men. I don't think we need to. It comes across a little bit derogatory in terms of the tone and the way it was used, and I like to be objective, and I think that was just unnecessary. Whether he chooses to dress like a woman or not, I don't think it's an issue or problem, and because it's not, you know, it's not really irritating anybody, it's not bothering anybody's life. It's not stopping you from paying your bills or paying your bills. So I don't know why that becomes an issue, but that part I feel like he didn't need to put in the video because it was just very unnecessary. But the fact that he was out here doing up stuff for Jefree Star, and now this person apparently then also was exposed by Adam because he bought a Rolex for Latoya on their channel, only for the receipt of the Rolex to come to their house.
You a male escort, bro, and Latoya ain't got nobody to create a narrative with, that she really only has you, you know. And again, she'll do anything to pretend to be happy and make fun. Like, she, at the cost of, she bought her own self a rollie. The only thing is, honey, you forgot to have the receipt be sent to your house. They got sent over here, okay?
And he saw it, apparently it was bought on credit, and apparently he didn't buy it, she bought it. So the guy's obviously stunting to be something that he's not, and I feel like he has every right to be upset when it comes to that, because this person is trying to play stepdad to his kids. And he's literally saying, don't touch my kids, leave my kids, because you are not who you claim to be. You have some kind of ulterior motive. You're coming on the public platform as something else than what you are. There's no shame in you being a male escort or etc. But if you're trying to play a different platform, trying to play a different side, trying to fake or lie about XYZ, and then you're near my kids, there's now going to be an issue. So I completely understand where he's coming from that standpoint as well, and I get it. He then also kind of goes to the deal with the fact that Latoya isn't even getting paid that much, 1K per rack. What is that? She's wasting her time. Why is she doing this? She's not even doing it for a lot of money. Now, knowing me, somebody who's reviewed Atlanta since, I don't know, for 5 years, since 2016, 2017, when I was like, I think since 2017 when I was like 20 years old, they normally get $1,000 to $2,000 when they are a new person on the show, especially if they are a friend of the show. I feel like going on the show is a great move for Latoya. I thoroughly think it is. I do believe that $1,000 to $2,000 is simply because that's the initial, payment you get as a friend. If she becomes a housewife next year, like for example, Marlo's still a friend, but she's getting paid triple the amount that Latoya is because Marlo's been on the show for a long time. How long you've been on the show, it really depends on the amount of payment you get on the show. That's why Candy obviously is paid the most because she's been there the most longest as of right now. So the idea of $1,000 to $2,000, that's not really enough. I feel is quite pointless. Initially it looks like that, but it's a long-term investment, and if she's there for at least 3 years and becomes a housewife, that $1,000 or $2,000 will probably turn to $60,000 to $100,000 per. So I feel like probably like $60,000 per episode, something along those lines. That is probably the range. Also, the fact that Adam is really talking about what she earns in contracts is also illegal. He shouldn't really be detailing what she earns, because that in itself is very private information, and he could get in trouble for doing that as well, and that in itself is a little bit unnecessary. He also explains the fact that Latoya was tracking him, which she admitted on her own channel that she put a GPS. Now, what she didn't admit is the fact that she obviously had somebody following him around, confirming all the details. Where is he? Where is that? And the person is telling Latoya, he's at this place, he's at that place. Any man or woman, any individual wouldn't like somebody on them 24/7. And the restraining order, excessive to an extent, but I understand it, because if you have a restraining order and then the messages he was showing of the detail of his constant whereabouts is very unnecessary, not needed, and he's the father of your children, and you don't need to be doing that. You thoroughly don't need to be doing that at all. And then she's coaching him to get a gun. I feel like, yeah, that's probably the roundup of this video that I've given to you guys in 8 minutes. I do believe the video was needed. It was, a necessity, guys. We've got defamation of character going on here. He doesn't want to defame his character. What I didn't even mention is that he did message me as well. I was meant to mention this at the beginning of the video. He messaged me as well last night when he dropped the video. He was like, can you watch this? I know you understand psychology and the aspect of it. I mean, I have a degree in it. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm not a qualified, psychologist or qualified psychiatrist, but I obviously have a, in-depth understanding because of my degree, and that's basically what he came to. I didn't even expect that. I didn't expect it. He obviously has seen other videos on the channel or whatever. Thing with me is, I don't think I'm even a big person on YouTube. I just talk and I go to sleep. That's what I really be doing. So he obviously came into my DMs and obviously said that, just watch this please, whatever, and psychology. I feel like the video was well needed. I feel like it was a necessary. I feel like it was a necessity. I feel like, you know, defamation of character is going on here. If somebody or something is defaming your character, regardless of how close they are to you, you have to defend yourself. That is what he's done. I'm kind of leaning a little bit more now to his side, thoroughly from looking at both videos and now reviewing them both. I do believe Adam is probably telling a bit more of a truthness to this, because I feel like her behavior on Atlanta kind of supports what he's saying, and her behavior in general, if you've watched them from the beginning, which I haven't, kind of shows that she's probably been the messy one here and there. And I don't think that Latoya is thinking more about the kids, and I think he is more. You would think it would be the opposite because she is the mother, but I just don't think there is. And this one guy, whoever, the girl, hold on, Latoya is seeing a guy called Von. He was out here doing an XYZ with Jefree Star. That, and the fact that Jefree Star is involved with that guy clearly shows to you that this guy is not as genuine as people think he is. That Jefree Star connection has confirmed it for me, because the way that guy has been involved with too many wayward people, it's a little bit too much for me. A little bit too much for me. Overall, I firmly believe shifting more towards Adam's side of the situation. You know, he posted a lot of receipts and messages and stuff, and the rollie, whatever, and it's a difficult situation for both of them. But I get it when it comes to the questioning as well of how Latoya opened up her video. You know, shall I answer a question? Do I have to answer that? Like, you wrote the questions, bro. You already know what questions are coming, because it's obviously all prepped before you drop these major videos. So that in itself really rinses out the genuinity, that's not even a word, the genuineness is that it really rinses out how genuine the video can be. But let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this. What are your thoughts? I wanted to give you guys a quick roundup of the situation. It's getting very ugly, and he just brutally exposed everybody. It started off quite cool, calm and collected, and then bam, he just be dropping receipts left, right, center, and just exposed Latoya and this Von guy. Expose Von. I understand why he would expose Von, because anybody that comes near my children, and that is somebody, look at him exposing receipts. God, look at all this now, a whole novel, a book. Harry Potter who? Harry Potter where? Anyways, the fact that, you know, this Von guy's coming there to my children playing stepdaddy, and you're out here doing a different lifestyle, acting a little bit fakery, I'm not going to have that, and I will drag you for filth. That's exactly what he's doing, and he's well within his rights to do that, because they are his children as well as Latoya's. Let me know what your thoughts are. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Click that button for daily and consistent content. Subscribe. You know, she did make some harsh allegations of, you know, a lot of crazy stuff. So I feel like at that point, because of the harshness of them and the importance of these allegations of what she's put out, I feel like it's just too easy for anybody to really ignore them, or to really push them away or believe him over those allegations, because they're very serious allegations. So it's so hard to tackle that. Who do you believe when it comes to these allegations? You normally side with the victim, but victims have lied before. The victims also have told the truth before. The victims have also been pushed away before. So it's very hard to deal with that. So I'm gonna just stay neutral on that situation, and that Latoya does deserve support when it comes to that specific allegation that she has made. Let me know what your thoughts are. Subscribe to the channel, click that button, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.